And then y'all talk about the women in the Bible. What is the strongest thing outside of God in the Bible above man or anything else? What is the strongest thing? Do y'all know? A woman. Yeah. So shut up with that bullshit. When you go in the first Ezra, stop. When you go in the first Ezra, the 3rd chapter, it says the only thing stronger on the planet than a woman is the Most High. So when y'all saying that, y'all like to cherry pick 2 or 3 scriptures where it talks about. I'm thinking done in a second. Y'all like to cherry pick 2 or 3 scriptures when it talks about how bad a woman is. When a woman can be bad, a man can be bad. But the scriptures say a virtuous woman her price is above rubies.
Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakadash. So all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh by Hashem, meaning in the name of Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful like preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazarayach, Lord well, with another video to edify. And this is some old cotton picking, woman worshiping, hamboning, snapping bullshit. So now the only thing more powerful, the only thing, the power right below Yahweh Yahushai is the woman. And this nigga, and I'm gonna call it like it is, you being a fucking nigga at this point, Tazarayach. You are being a fucking nigga at this point. You uplifting a woman above the man when the scriptures tell you the woman is not supposed to have authority over the man. But you uplifting the woman over the man within the authority and power. And you trying to use First Ezra, the 3rd chapter, saying that the woman is supposed to have some type of authority and power over a man. Well, when you go to First Ezra, the 3rd chapter, it tells you at the end of all that ordeal, right, that was a wager between 3 men to put forth the wisest phrase. Right? It was a wager between 3 men. Right? First Ezra 3:12, it says, the third women are strongest, but above all things, truth beareth away the victory. So the truth is the strongest of them all, not the fucking woman. The women have their right natural place, and unfortunately, how their spirits work, how their spirit is worked, right? They go outside of that authority constantly. That's why the Lord said he found more bitter than death. Let's get that. Let's get this, man. Ecclesiasticus 30:17. No. Here it is. Sirach 7 and Ecclesiastes 7:26. It says, and I find more bitter than death, the woman. You're not going to be able to put a woman in a more righteous and powerful spot than a man. The Lord said, what? His voice is unto the sons of men, not to the women. His voice is unto the sons of men. So it says, I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. And yes, the woman has an ability to have some type of power, right? And then at the best state, they use that power to uplift the man to where he's supposed to be. That's when we go into Proverbs, the 30th chapter. The woman is given the honor to the man. That's when you go into the scriptures, when a woman is in her right place, what happens? Hey. When you go into the scriptures, and then when a woman is in her right place, get out of the water. And when the woman is in her right place, what did it say? It says the wife would be peace to her husband all the days of his life. That's where the woman's power is, in her servitude to her husband, into the will that the Lord set up. But inherently, women don't naturally have that ability, because going back into the garden when they had paradise, they chose what? To listen to the serpent, to Esau, right? Back in the Garden of Eden. They chose that way rather than the right way. So Captain Tazarayach is also woman worship, fucking self-serving bullshit. And this is what happens. This is why the Lord said sick bed. I think it's sick bed. I think that's what I'm looking for. It's in the book of Revelation. Revelation 2 and I'll start at 18. It says, "And unto the angel of the church of Thyatira write these sayings, said the Son of the Most High, who hath eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass." Talk about Yahweh Shai. I mean, it says, "I know thy works in charity, the service and faith, and thy patience and thy works, and that the last will be more than the first. Notwithstanding, I have few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel." And that's what IUCPK be doing, man. Tazarayach and them all. They be suffering the women that just usurp all type of authority. I mean, IUIC does the same thing, because at the Passover, they try to have a fucking fashion show like the Passover was made for a fashion show. During the Passover, the Lord Yahweh Shai was put to death. It's a serious time. But it says, "Because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication, to eat things sacrificed unto idols. And I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds." And that's what the Lord is going to do. You want to follow after the woman. You want to uplift the woman in this state, where that's what this world did. The woman has a proper state, but it's not above the man. It's not above the man. In righteousness, it's not above the man. Right? The Lord even set up the order so you to sit here and say the most powerful thing outside of the Lord is the woman. It's some fucking bugged out shit. The Lord gave the order. This is 1 Corinthians where are we at? Yeah, 1 Corinthians 11:3. It says, I'll start at 2. It says, now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh. Right? So how in the hell is something weaker supposed to have authority over, or supposed to have more power than you? The Lord called her the weaker vessel. What happens is men want to keep a certain amount of money, a certain amount of views. It says the women are in a plethora, right? And just like the women were able to keep up with the Christian church for so long, that you try to bring that whole mindset in here, and you think that you're going to get these likes and subscribes to be able to sit here and just have more women in your congregation. Remember, they had that Passover. They had that Passover, and that dude in ISUPK was sitting there saying, well, what are you doing if you're not in ISUPK? You might as well join ISUPK, and you can get yourself a woman, and you can get you some weed. That's what he said at their Passover. It's all type of woman worshiping bullshit, and the Lord's going to start putting niggas to death because of this. You're promoting disorder. You promoting disorder and a thought that's extremely against the scriptures. Extremely against logic. The woman never had more power than the man, and the woman's power is only what the man allows it to be. And Esau propped the women up to have this status in this world like this, but it was never meant to be like that. Right? Captain Tazarayach is going off, man.
So you can't pick and choose and cherry pick what you want to do to fit your argument. We give one thing I love about that Bible, it gives the whole spectrum. It don't just talk about the goodness of either of us. Male, female. Israel is one of the most destructive forces in the Bible.
So let's go into the perspective that he's talking about, right? Because really, the power that he's talking about a woman's supposed to have, that's supposed to come through righteousness. But these women, they don't graft on the righteousness, and there's a reason behind it. Because they're carnal. It says Sirach 25:19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Right? All wickedness is little compared to the wickedness of a woman. And that causes what? Weakness. The scriptures tell you that the rebuke of the Lord maketh the man's beauty to consume away. So going off makes you weak. It causes the Lord to put you in a weak, decrepit state. These women don't have an office above the man. They don't have a strength above the man. Right? And it's not to put the woman down, but damn, bro. At some point, you got to call a spade a spade. Stop fucking worshiping women and just preach the word. Put the man where he's supposed to be in the nation to follow. But man, you niggas, bro. Shalom.